Kayla and Leah are two college roommates, and they're on their way back to their apartment after a long day of classes. And they pass Gina and Molly, their neighbors' bedroom window. And they can see the silhouette in the window of Gina and Molly. They're standing on their bed, hands raised up to the ceiling. And Kayla says, "What do you think they're doing?" And Leah says, "Well, I know they're girl Americans, Gina and Molly. And maybe it's got something to do with that." "Oh, I know what they're doing. They just got a shirtless, handsome, bald guy. A shirtless, handsome Melton. Oh, I blush every time I say that. Poster. They just got a poster. They're putting it up on that mirror over their bed." Yes, girls, especially you girl Americans out there. I am Melton, son of a carpenter and Mary. Dad a carpenter, worked on skyscrapers. Mom Mary Ann. I am the son of a carpenter, Mary. I get to tell parables. And I also want you to know that I don't want to take either or any of your places. I just want a nice place beside or in between you. Call the Love Emergency Line right now if your arms are empty and you need a handsome bald guy to fill up. 424-229-4140. Make a video, whatever you get when you don't get me. That's America's Lifeline, your lifeline. Not working, you don't know when this won't be allowed to work because of political, religious, business, any other kind of censorship you can think of. I've been asking for a 9/11 Flight 93 check. That's you calling me up saying this is a 93 check. My phone works all the time. For over a decade, and I have yet to get one. Those are folks worried enough about, they are worried enough about their crimes and getting caught of hijacking America's lifelines for whatever reasons. They're worried enough about it to alter phone records to cover it up. I make videos of this phone's call logs, all calls to and from this phone, making this video. And no, not one 9/11 Flight 93 check in a decade. If you tried to call in the past 2 years, go back about 3-4 months, and 2 years before that, that's the last video of this phone. All calls to and from. If you tried to call then, make that video. Made that video of whatever you get when you don't get me, and you got the timestamp on one of the phones, you got the number dialed on one of the phones, the phone you're making a video of. And yeah, that's folks worried enough about that to alter phone records, covered up. So be the reporter, try to call me and make that video. And yes, the girl Americans, other attractive blonding girl college folks. Come see me in person. Bring your favorite flower. Bring a photo of your favorite flower. Your nice photo of your friends, your car, where you live, nice sunset, clouds, and I will design you a nice contact image. That's why I'm putting the names in my imagery lately. If you go to Daffodilia, the Wix site, www.crashcomplex2.wixsite.com/Daffodilia, you're going to see, you hit that hard, you're going to see, I can't remember what I put in yesterday, but different name each day: Darlene, Lydia, Kayla, and nothing else. Because I tell you, I'll do a lot of my contact in my websites with the dailies, along with skyline imagery and flower imagery, shadow imagery, cloud imagery, and some ball guy imagery. I do a lot of that, and I say, see my contact, thank you. That's not a good example. Yeah, you can kind of see it. That can be your contact. Everything I've designed the past year, 2018, this year, is on GIMP, and where your contact could be is where my contact is. So come get a contact image already made. Just got to put your contact in, or bring those favorite flowers. Let me turn them into forever flowers. You'll never have to water them again. Print them out 1,000 times. Use them for your desktop. Make a mouse pad out of them, a t-shirt, a cap, mug. Print out a whole bunch of the ones you like and hand them to your friends. 15 cents for a graphic art photo, a photo, 4x6 photo. Give or take a nickel depending on where you shop and the specials they've got. Print out a whole bunch, and yes, all of them will make for contact cards too, to a 4x6 print. You get your contact. Nice big cards like these, easily readable, no matter what how small the print is. I've even got the 4 to a 4x6 print, which are like driver's license, credit card size. And the ones with the bigger print in that photo contact card format, yeah, you read them. You can laminate, hand them to whoever you know at that party, at that get together, and tell them to give you a call, email you, whatever you want. Now, remember to print out those 93 check images. This one's the Americans for Unhijacked Lifelines and Fairly Elected Officials. Print them out, and I'd go into that, cowardly Hussein placing after we got attacked by a whole lot of other cowardly Husseins. And I'd also go into, I'm not a fan of the buffoon Russian guy in there now. I want to make this quick. First part was quick enough. Remember, you can edit my videos, get the good sound bites out, and make a nice little montage video. You can retell anything I've done yourself, and put it on flash drive, post it to the internet. But seriously, think about coming to see me. Here's why. 10 years, a decade of doing graphic art, and I don't get comments. I sure don't get comments by phone about my graphic art, about anything. That's what I told the guy last night. Called up from a college in New York. Charlie's first name. I cannot remember the second name, last name. But did like a 10-minute or so interview about my graphic card. Didn't mention any of the 93 checks, so I didn't bring it up. I'd like to be able to say yes. Somebody called up, they asked what do you know about this big fight with your number on it, and is it true you haven't gotten a 93 check in a decade? And yeah, I'd be happy to say that. And instead, I'm telling you, it's a very nice, easy interview for someone who hasn't done interviews, and so it went well, and that's the reason. The call coming through. If you've tried to call in the past and haven't reached me for that kind of thing, for just you want to tell me what you think of my imagery. You want to tell me how mean you think that Osama rumor is that I've been doing for a decade with no comments about. You put Barack Hussein Obama and Osama bin Laden side by side, and look at the eyes and don't be a hater, guys. I hate that. They're mixing stuff up all over the place. You can't have it both ways. I hear that's why he grew up in Africa, to be closer to his dad during those formative years. Then on to Hawaii. His dad had plans to put him in the highest office in the world, and went on to Harvard, and then at that strategic point, right after we got attacked by a whole lot of cowardly Husseins, they placed him in the highest office in the world. I found that quite odd and quite bad taste. We don't go by bad taste, we go by you not reaching me, John Melton Brady, Melton, in a decade of asking for those 9/11 Flight 93 checks. That's your phone. Whatever boring thing you get, phone ring, error message, busy signal. It's not going to be boring if you need the firemen, the police, and the paramedics. And it's going to be just as newsworthy, I think you can guess. Political, religious, business censorship is affecting your lifeline when you need it most. Gonna be just as newsworthy and money out of your pocket every day. Your case livelihood. You trying to call me up, can't reach me? Boring thing, phone ringing, error message, busy signal. And then you call up countless other folks you want to be your customers, and you're getting that. And you're getting that, and you don't know how many are actually there that's unable to answer your phone because it's not ringing. You don't know how many customers are missing because Gates is supposed to be the big name in the computer industry. Spectrum, with the decibel law-breaking fleet, is supposed to be the big name in the internet cable business. Think that be whatever you get when you don't get me, and yes, it represents change to me. You want to talk to me? Yeah, I've tried in the past, try again. None of that, come see me in person. There's the best way to tell me what you think about my imagery. Oh, let me get this one in real quick. Remember, ask and answer Jesus' question. Is Barack Hussein Obama a terrorist? I know his name kind of sounds like one. But don't go by what the name sounds like. You can put Trump in there if you want. That's where the ruble stops now. I hope that's what they use in Russia. It's where the buck stops. But ask and answer that question. I've got my answer. Excuse me. I've got my answer. I've been asking for 9/11 Flight 93 checks for a decade, and not one. No certified, no non-certified, man. My graphic or livelihood is Gates. I'm not making any money off of my fives or my other imagery, and the fives are, yeah, they're so you can hand them out and tell everyone to check and post and file. It's using graphic art to get the word out about censorship. But yeah, come see me in person. Tell me what you think of our high-tech lifelines and Gates livelihoods. You can call it whatever you want. Whatever's a big name in your business. Your Spectrum livelihood, your Walmarted livelihood. Whatever is a big name, you call it that, but you make a video of it. Yes, they're worried enough about hijacking our lifelines to alter phone records to cover it up. How does this affect politics? Well, I put this stuff away. I don't know if the lady who cleans and does my laundry is coming today or not, but I take it out of the window just in case. I like to have it look nice. It affects politics when you're trying to call up, say 10 years ago, you're trying to call up countless other Americans. Great pickup tool. Call up countless other Americans and you get that phone ringing, error message, busy signal. You wanting to tell them, hey, they're trying to pull a fast one. We just got attacked by a whole lot of cowardly Husseins. They're placing one in our White House. Whatever you do, make sure you get the word out about that, and you're getting a bunch of phone ringings. Error message, busy signal. No joke there. That's a serious thing. But what you think about that on video and get it out there. And yes, you only have to tell that joke you got perfectly once. Never have to tell it again. It's true for the important stuff, what you believe. Stuff you don't even have to have heard in church. Just what you personally believe. Here's what the eyes look like. Dark brown eyes most of my life. For sure up until 1996. And even up until 2013, this is basically what they look like. Because this is from March of 2013. If this wasn't a photo printed a little darker than it has, you'd see more of the little blue here. Not as much as this, but more of blue in there. And then this is from about a year later before I went into the Good Samaritan Hospital with what I call my stigmata wounds. I'm the son of a carpenter. I can call them stigmata wounds. I can call these stigmata eyes. Build Jesus' immaculate house with these rebuilding eyes. Now I'm going to show you in the bathroom this part here, this outer ring of the brown, the older, smaller brown eyes disappearing. This here will be whitish. It will be dark brown. It will be light brown depending on the day. Lately it's been kind of light brown around the center of the eye, the black part, and lighter, very lighter with the rest of the brown there. What was the old eye in that 2014. See, it really lights up and you can see the brown on that side after the black, and then the whiter part is the change. Slowly but surely, I grow in a new pair of eyes. I got to build Jesus' immaculate house here on it. Put the best mankind has to offer in those homes. Best art, best science, best architecture, landscaping. You know what's going on with the eyes, come tell me. My doctors can't talk about changing eyes, but to put that in perspective, they can't talk about the 9-3 checks either. They can reach me by phone and ask them. I'm trying to call Melton right now. I can't reach him. Do you know how you reach the man? for the doctor's appointments and this other such. I don't have LAC, USC, Keck Medical anymore, or those Adventist cult folks. Don't get me started on that. Don't have them anymore, but yeah, they could reach me by phone. Good folks, I got a lot of checking post M5 in front of 5s alongside of those military motto ones I showed you. And all cops, all firemen, all priests ones. Got a lot of them, so yeah, realize good folks are going to know how they can reach me by phone. They're just going to know their phone reaches me. Their phone reaches me, and yours doesn't. Bad folks are going to get angry. Have a story to tell. They're going to yell and scream. That's going to make the best check and post and find video. Because they just might just be having a bad day and getting angry, but they just might know who's hijacking, how they're hijacking America's lifelines. Get that on video. America's hijack lifelines, your phone. 424-229-4140. You got the timestamp on your phone. You got the number dialed. Remember, if you're using a Spectrum phone as your family's lifeline at home, make a video of it for sure. That landline. 424-229-4140. They're right there. And they often disturb apparable videos in that fashion. At times it can be how I know whether it's a very good video or not. So yeah, make a video of that lifeline of Spectrum, that phone of Spectrum's, your lifeline. Trying to call me, 424-229-4140. And you got a right to know why is your phone not working as a lifeline for me. When else will my phone not be allowed to work? He's right next door. Maybe you could run a line from Spectrum up to his apartment so you could make sure you can reach him. And do you know when else this Spectrum phone won't be working? Because of political, religious, business censorship you're taking an active part in? Get the reaction post. But yeah, good folks aren't going to have a problem. They're going to want the news getting out there because the reporters aren't doing the news. We're going to have to fire them all, especially those network news anchors. Putting on a show. Putting up a big smoke screen to hide the truth. They shouldn't be doing that. Tell them they're fired. They're impeached. Tell them they're fired. We're going to do their jobs with our phones. And you turn to whoever's with you and you make a video of their phone not working. You post it. Them not covering such easily documented stuff, that in itself is news. And yes, they should be fired. 10 years, easily documenting, certified mail, FedEx, UPS, any private carrier. Not one bit of mail about those 93 takes in a decade. Fire them, and get everyone with their phones doing the news. Cross country. Across the country. Come see me. Tell me about that perfect place to build. Jesus' immaculate house here on earth. You don't have to call it that. You can call it an opportunity house. It's an opportunity for a whole lot of good folks all over the world. Build a better world. But I have to tell you, it's Jesus' immaculate house because there will be a test at the end. I hear it's pass, fail, or purgatory.